to Eye of the Storm. I'm Amba Shamsi. This week on the show, we'll be revisiting the Kerry-Lugar bill, the controversy over which highlights policy making and the delicate balance between the various centers of power in the country. But first, the highlights. Is the Kerry-Lugar bill highlighting or deepening the rift between the civilian government and the military? The more things change, the more they remain the same. Where's the problem? The bill or the procedure? Recent attacks in Peshawar, Lahore, Islamabad and Shangla show that the civil and military organs of the state need to coordinate more efficiently. But the Kerry-Lugar bill seems to have exposed a rift. More in this report by Umar Daraz.
And therefore, Pakistan Air Force also had...
They didn't like it. Almost all opposition parties in Pakistan straight away rejected the Kerry-Lugar bill the moment they came to know that conditions were attached to it. Opposition parties fired the first salvo, followed by others, and then the army came up with their concerns. A Corps commanders meeting in Rawalpindi on October 7 unanimously called the bill intrusive in nature and raised serious concerns over conditions attached to it. Then all of a sudden, the PPP government, which was erstwhile falling for the KLB, decided to bring it to the parliament for discussion. This raised many eyebrows.
I think the language of the bill was the most disturbing thing for the Pakistanis. It tended to be prescriptive, it tended to detail things in terms of this is what needs to be done. And I'm told that the language actually came out of a group of staffers. And I know from very good sources that almost 50% of them happen to be Indian Americans.
Many believe the Kerry-Lugar bill underscored the already present rift between the military and civilian leadership. They ask why the army raised objections so late when the deliberations on the bill in US Congress had started some 2 years ago. But many experts believe that the army's concerns were genuine and were conveyed in the right manner at the right time.
Now, when the army has decided to take a back seat and let the politicians do their things and let them lead the country and let them lead all the policy making, we still want to revert to it and see what is the army up to and what is the army doing. Now, army as an institution or a military as an institution will obviously always raise an issue or a point in case they find that something is going to reflect poorly or badly onto their own institution.
The military accused the government of not taking them into confidence on issues in the Kerry-Lugar bill directly concerning them, contradicting government's claim of taking all stakeholders on board. Many believe while certain clauses in the bill were indeed intrusive, as pointed out by the army, the PPP government defending the bill directly threatened army of losing its primacy in Pakistani politics.
There are vested interests who want to create this problem between the military and the civil in terms of the present government as well as the present military hierarchy.
But some people believe that the problem was already there. The Kerry-Lugar bill only brought it out. Why did the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi rush to America to get an explanatory statement after the Chief of the Army Staff, General Ashfaq Parvez Kayani, directly raised the issue with the Prime Minister and the President? This shows the level of influence the army exercises in the politics of the country. Many wonder if the civil military leadership can afford a rift at a time when a raging war stares them in the eye. Umar Daraz, DawnNews.
Some call it a false debate. To find out what the opposition objects to in the bill, we asked politicians to name specifics.
There are certain provisions in the Kerry-Lugar bill which refer to our military establishment and our security concerns. And I think that there is concern, deep concern found across Pakistan with respect to the clauses that pertain to our nuclear capacity and capability, as well as to the micromanagement or attempted micromanagement of our military affairs.
Well, the most serious one is our access to all those people who are associated with our nuclear program. This is the most serious reservation and condition we have. Then number two is, of course, regarding our armed forces. The promotions and the different decisions that will be taken will be actually supervised by the US.
It raises a lot of doubts on our credibility it looks like they have made Pakistan as a part of the 51st state of the USA also.
Time for a short break and a little historical perspective when we return.